Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Here we are in the Florida Panthers franchise mode, out here in sunny I believe it's Sunrise, Florida, if I'm not mistaken. And here we have our team. Now, this is the squad that we put together in the last episode. Huberdeau, Barkov, Tippett as our top line, with Hornqvist, Reinhart, and Duclair rounding out our top six. I think the top six is frankly fantastic. I love Carter Verhaeghe on that third line, but the third line kind of needs some work. Our bottom line looks good, and our defensive core looks pretty solid. Special teams wise, we're looking pretty solid as well. This is where those bottom six players really shine, in my opinion. You know, I love them. So it looks like all we have left to do before we want to get started simulating, which I promise we will actually do in this episode, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to start renewing some contracts, because a lot of these guys are going to want more towards the towards the actual deadline for it. So let's start with Neil Pionk, because he's a guy that works on our top pairing pretty well. Offensive defenseman, could be a replacement for Keith Yandel should Keith decide to retire or leave us. So, he actually goes down with term. Okay, that would take him till he's 33. I like around 32 is my age normally. So let's go ahead, pull out the trusty calculator, because the 0.85 trick works as it always does. And it looks like we're going to get Neil Pionk for 7 years at about $4 million, which I think is a bargain. It's a top-tier defenseman you can get for $4 million. Yes, please, sign me up every day of the week. Comtois, I figured he'd be on the opposite. Now, the reason that I like Comtois on a 4-year contract is a few things. Number one, as you can see, he expires as RFA. And number two, with him being 21, right, this will take him till he is 25, 26. This contract would take him till he's 26. So he'll only have 1 year left of growth then. So we'll pretty much know what he is at that point. And on top of that, he wants to sign the extension. So on a 4-year deal, 2.125 times 0.85, we're looking at about 1.85. So that's a pretty solid contract for a third liner like him. I think that if he signs that, we'll be good to go. Gusev, I'm not really looking to bring back, to be perfectly honest. Donato wants a renewal, but he's asking for more money than I want to pay an AHLer. Heinonen, we might have to find a new fourth line center if Heinen's going to be like that. Sam Bennett, you're not going to get paid that money either. So that looks like about it that we can really talk to right now, that I want to talk to anyways. Suter and Reinhart are two that I want to make sure that we get taken care of, as well as Duclair, as he's obviously a crucial member of that top six. Drieger, that's one that we need to talk to. Oh, this will work out nicely. 1.8 times, dude. So at 26 years old, I like to normally get people into their 30s on this contract. So that gives us a pretty great starting point, I guess, in my mind of, we're not going to have to pay him too much, and we're going to get him through his prime at about 1.6. I could get him for a little bit less, but I don't really want him for less. I think that's a solid contract for him. Hutchinson and Monty both expire as well. But we'll cross those bridges when we come to them, specifically Monty. I'd like to get him signed for term. So that looks like all we're really going to have to do. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at our captains. So Huberdeau does have an A. That makes me happy, because similar to Verhaeghe, I have a tie to Huberdeau. When I first started playing NHL, I created a player, obviously, as all people want to, and started Be a Pro. And I would always just click A and just quickly get through it, and it would put me on the St. John Sea Dogs on the left wing with Jonathan Huberdeau and Thomas Yurko centering me. So if I ever get the chance to sign Yurko, I'm signing him. No questions asked. However, Sam Reinhart is number 2 just looks wrong. What number is he in real life? I think he might be 23 in real life. Give me just one moment to look that up, because I don't want to mess that guy up. Sam Reinhart number. So yeah, it looks like he wears 23 in real life. For the game, I like 22. You can go 22. Works for me. And who's our other alternate? If it's not, okay, it is Ekblad. So it is the core members. It's the guys that I want it to be. I don't have any problems with that. Alrighty, so that means we get into the fun part. Well, I guess you could say the fun part. First, let's take a look at our draft class. Actually, I completely forgot to do that. Okay. Okay. Stefan Backstrom. Well, I'm going to need a potential scout on that guy, as well as Barney. Bryson Barney. I like the name. Kravchenko. Yuri Kravchenko. Cool. Brant Clark. This is obviously the draft that just happened in real life. Clearly, we're not going to get ourselves an Owen Power or like a Simone Edvinson. We could get, but excuse me. Obviously, we could get into Simone Edvinson, but we couldn't get players like Brant Clark or Brant Clark. I'm struggling with this draft class. Obviously, we can't get players like can't get players like Owen Power or Kenton Johnson. That's the guy I was thinking of. Jeez, that was difficult. Mats Sedin. It's like the third lost Sedin, or is it like their son, or like they have my attention though, that's for sure. Alright, so nothing is really discovered with them, so obviously we're just going to continue going on. Going to just continuing on. Here we go. So, for our first game against Tampa, we're going to slow sim it. Yep. So I know that Florida has a big rivalry between these two. And it hasn't been much of a rivalry given the fact that Tampa Bay has kind of won the past two Stanley Cups back-to-back. So that normally hurts your chances. But first period, 1-0 Tampa. Cirelli on Drieger. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Oh, God. 3-1. Grabner grabbing us back a pity point. Let's see if we can... Oh, and on the power play. So let's go ahead and just watch the rest of this one. God, boys, come on now. I know they're a good team, but... There we go. Heinonen. The bottom six wants to play. Power play. Nothing. Of course not. Oh, and okay, Stammer. I see how it is. Man. Break your leg one time, and suddenly you think that you're, like, amazing or something. That's a joke. He's been great forever. And Kucherov just wants to, really just step on our throats. Man. 5-2. Well, not exactly how I had hoped. I can firmly say that this went less than stellar. So let's go ahead. Let's get a month of simulation done. Let's just take a look, see how the team does. Oh, yes, Comtois renewed, so that's good. It's a great deal for him. I love that. Drieger renewed, again, great deal for him. And Pionk renewed, great deal for him. I love that. Those guys are locked down. We're good to go. Got our first win against Columbus. We lose to Vancouver and Philly. 5-0 to Philly. Have y'all not seen Carter Hart this season? Man looks like he's, well, I was going to say like Swiss cheese, but I think Swiss cheese might stop more. So Barney looks to be an elite sniper. Oof. Have to take a look at his chemistries when I get a chance, but... Anyways, why? Why would I want to do that? I don't want Demers. Oh my gosh, then we lose to Washington, beat Detroit. Guys, 3-5? Come on. We're a better roster than that. 4-5, so we finish off the month a little under 500. It's a little bit depressing. Second bottom to the division. Let's see if we can get ourselves a pick-me-up in the second half here. Wow, traveling Florida to Winnipeg back-to-back. Okay. 10-3 win and a 4-3 loss. Okay. 10-3, jeez. Edmonton, that's a W. There we go, boys. We're starting to pick it back up. There we go. There we go. Oh, we were on a nice little point streak there, and then Philadelphia just said, yeah, screw you. Uh, okay, we're getting the W over Columbus. Good. And New York, there we go. And then we lose to Ottawa. Like, what? Ottawa? So we lose to Philadelphia and Ottawa, but we beat Tampa Bay. Okay. Lose to Carolina, that's more understandable. New Jersey, though, again, like, what? What are we talking about here? And then we beat Buffalo. Good. Okay. So, just gonna... do I want to save another month? Do I want to look at the standings? Let's look at the stats. Let's take a look here. So, obviously... Ooh, Huberdeau. Wow, I hit the wrong button, but Huberdeau. Okay. Looks like he's playing pretty dang well. Reinhardt as well, which is a great sign, because Reinhardt has low elite, and he still has room to grow. However, with me not being able... Well, December 1st, I should be able to offer him a new contract. Or, excuse me, January 1st. But the top 6 looks to be doing great. He's not shooting a whole lot, Tippett isn't. I mean, he's shooting about average, but he's a sniper, so I expect him to shoot more. It's alright, though. Hornquist is actually leading us in goals, which is interesting. So let's just look at all forwards to begin. So that top line looks to be... The top 6 looks to be carrying their weight, that's for sure. Comtois doing well as well. Who's a negative? It's that third line. Interesting. Let's take a look here. So you're on 10, 12, and 12. Yeah, that makes sense. Face-off percentage for Verhaeghe is below average. I don't love that. Com12, when are you taking face-offs? Well, you've taken only 14, so that might explain why. Giveaways, takeaways, you're +1. Ooh, Carter. Whew, okay. Grabner's doing okay, but... Man, Carter. That does not feel great, I'm not gonna lie. Especially considering that I love you, dude. Like, you know, you're a great player. Local player. Well, used to be local. Back in the day. Man, that makes me sound like I'm really old. Yeah, he's doing okay. I don't know, he's just having a rough month. You know, maybe we just give him some time, let him figure it out. It's not like we're doing bad. We did have a pretty rough start to the year, but we're picking it back up. 17 points and 15 points. I love that. Our D-core looks like they're doing great. The second pairing specifically, wow, +11, +15. They look to be doing extremely well. And Pionk with 4 power play points as well as Yandel. That's a good sign. I actually really like that as well. Giveaways to takeaways, we're looking... Oh wow, that was block shots. No wonder it was all stacked. Interesting for defensemen. I mean, I know that they're going to be probably a little bit skewed towards giveaways just because, well, no, that actually doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. If anybody in the comments section actually knows what's going on here with these, I would very much appreciate that, because I'm kind of lost as to why takeaways is lower than giveaways for defensemen. What about hits, though? Okay, Suter and Ekblad and Uyghur all look like they would like to play the body, which is good. You always love to have a few guys like that. A few guys willing to rough up some people for us. Block shots, though. 30 from Yandel and 29 from Suter. Some veteran presences right there. Alright, well, oh, I did need to check the goalie stats, obviously. I wonder if Drieger's hurting us. Yeah, he's not doing good. Not doing good at all. And Spencer Knight, 924 save percentage. Okay, man. So maybe we trade Drieger. Well, let's just have a look around the league, see what everybody's at, see what all's happening. First of all, where do we rank? Where do we rank? We rank as the 11th best team in the NHL. That's alright. Goals for per game. We're 4th. That's pretty good. I like that. Goals against per game. Yeah, that's where we're going to be a bit high. Oh, I thought. I mean, what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? That's not terrible. Power play. Oh, our power play doesn't look too great. Yeah, we got about a middle of the pack power play. Ooh. Ooh, that PK though. Wow. Maybe it's just not a lot of total power play. Why will it not? Am I just blind? Oh, that's time shorthand. Man, that hurts. Yeah, so it's not a whole lot of times that people are shorthanded, so maybe that's what's staggering these. I guess not staggering, but you know, drawing these stats the way that they are. So let's just get another month out of the way. You know, see what all's going down. We'll trust the boys. They started to pick it up towards last month, so let's see what we can do. All right, Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. I would love a win. I really would. Please. Yes, there we go. Okay, Boston. Boston is another W. Those are big points because those are divisional games. Colorado. There we go. There we go. Keep it up, boys. Good job. Okay, St. Louis. They're all right in this game. Minnesota, though. Really? Oh, and Toronto. We're competing with Toronto, like, closely. Okay, we beat Buffalo. That's good. That's good. Toronto again. Oh, my... Boys, you have to be able to beat Toronto. And Detroit. Oh, my gosh. Rough patch to end this month. Holy. Man. Okay, okay. Come on. Come on. Give me that W. Oh, my gosh. Why do why do the lower end teams in the Atlantic have our number? Like, what's up with that? Can someone explain that to me? Huberdeau having a pretty solid month. I like to see that. Yeah, Barkov now is catching up to. He passed Reinhardt. He also caught up in goals. That's good. Love to see that. Love to see that. Let's see. Verhaeghe picked it up a bit this month. Tippett now being a -3. Now that confuses me a bit. Well, I guess it doesn't, because they're a -3 and a 0. But he's also playing on the penalty kill. But I don't know that that's where he's going to be getting more pluses necessarily. Yeah, that third line just they could use some extra firepower. They really could. So maybe that's stuff that we look for at the deadline. Yeah. That and a goalie looks to be the real things. I did want to check Drieger's stats real quick. You know, just check over what he's doing. Not that one. There we go. I mean, he's picked it up a little bit. Not really, though. The goals against average is the same. Save percentage a little bit higher. And he's got a point. He's got an assist. But then again, so does Spencer Knight, so... how's the AHL doing? How are they doing? Point per game, Zach Parise. Well, close to it anyways. They're doing alright. They could really use something. Anything. Man, Zach Parise shoots. He shoots a lot for a playmaker. Maybe I call him up, honestly. Yeah, so the Charlotte Checkers look like they're doing alright. And they have back-to-back against the Bruins coming up. But yeah, so it's... With it being January 1st, that means that we can actually talk contracts. Suter does not want an extension, and neither does Reinhardt. That hurts. Okay, let's talk to Declare first, because he wants an extension. Declare, what's it going to cost for you for like 5 years? 3.2. So, if we use the trick, what does that come out to? 2.75. I'm comfortable paying a second liner 2.75 for 5 years. That's fine by me. Now, Reinhardt, you're going to want big money, aren't you? God, you are. Yeah, so we'll give you 7.5 for 1 year just because we have the cap, and I'd like to be able to keep you long term. Suter. Honestly, Suter, I don't want to pay you more than 6 mil, so that works out for me. Per resave, just out of curiosity. Don't love that. So those are the 2 contracts that I'd like to be able to offer. Those are the 3 contracts, excuse me. Those are the big fish, the guys that I'm really worried about. We'll just hop right back into it. Keep her moving. So let's take a look here. Back to the calendar. Now, in this video, I plan on going up to the trade deadline. I'd like to get some of you guys' comments, questions, or concerns at the trade deadline. Sam Reinhart renews, Anthony Duclair renews, and Ryan Suter renews. Perfect. But I'd like to get some of you guys' thoughts on the trade deadline. In general, I would really appreciate some suggestions or potential guys to go after, as we look to be hitting a nice little run here for a minute now. And now that I say that, I've definitely jinxed it. Oh yeah, look, there goes Montreal. Gonna take this loss to Toronto. Wow, okay, never mind. We'll check the scouting whenever we hop out here for a minute. A W against San Jose, which is good. Okay, let's just go ahead and finish that there. No, I'm not trading my first line winger. That's not a thing that's happening. Why would I do that? So, we're looking pretty solid in the division. Only 5 points out. That's not bad. We'll take that, especially given where we were. So again, let's just take another look here at the stats, see what all's going on, what all's going down. So it looks like they become a plus, which is good. I don't know where Reinhardt is getting so many negatives, but it looks like everybody's just kind of picked it up a bit. You know, if you can get 40 points off a third liner, I'd be happy with that. And it looks like Duclair, Reinhardt, and Hornqvist are all going to probably hit the 60 mark, if I had to guess, which is great. Tippett, 23, not amazing, but he should grow. What's he looking like now? He's up to a 79, which is good, you know. Pionk and Suter doing good still. Terry, Grabner, Caleb Jones. That bottom pair did not do well. Giveaways to takeaways is still confusing to me for defensemen, but it's whatever. Yeah, Drieger just really isn't that great. Spencer Knight's still an 81. Drieger's still an 83. So yeah, Drieger he has a below 900 save percentage. Somebody I think we might take a look at is potentially Dustin Tokarski. Or am I saying that? No, I'm thinking of Darcy Kemper. My apologies. Darcy Kemper, or maybe a Philip Grubauer or an Antti Ranta, someone in that range, preferably with 1 year left. And we're going to simulate up into this day here. So then we take the L to Vegas. That's understandable. They have a good team. I can't be too mad about that. But St. Louis, come on. There we go. There we go. Show this division what we're made of. Let's go. Yes. No, we need those points if we want to get top spot. Oh, man, and the L to Dallas. Okay, come on. Continue this hot streak here. Well, I say hot streak, it's 1. A hot streak of 1. Man, did that ever backfire. Holy. Alright. Well, clearly, in case you were curious, we're buyers here. Barkov has actually overtaken Huberdeau for points, which is interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, no, they're just tied. Okay. So Barkov is scoring more goals now than whenever I tested him as a two-way forward, which to me is hilarious because my 2 power forwards are scoring goals. You love to see it. Let's take a look here. Anybody looking real bad? I mean, everybody looks like they are doing pretty solid on this team. Grabner is the only guy that I really would be like, yeah, I'd like to find a better guy to fill in there. Yeah, I think Grabner is pretty much it. So maybe a third line sniper who fits the power play. And a goalie. God, a goalie. So let's just, let's take a look here. Entire league. See how people are doing. It does not shock me. Although Grubauer, 1 year left on that contract. I love that contract too. Carter Hart has grown quite well. So if you can just get a sub 3 goals against average, like I'm calling it cool, man. We are good. I mean, Tuca, but Tuca's Tuca, so like, yeah, Grubauer looks like he would be the one that I would target. Maybe potential. Okay, hang on. I forgot. Yeah, this is gonna include those minimum of 5 games. I want 10 games, 20 games. If you play more than 20 games, you should be the starter. It's just Jorkin. Aren't you on a 1 year? You are on a 1 year, but you want big money this year, I believe. You'll probably want big money anyway. Frederick Anderson, Grubauer, we already looked at. Salo, Merzlikins. Is there, where? Oh my gosh. Well, maybe he just hasn't played more than 20 games? Or I'm just losing my mind and I definitely just skipped over him, but I can't find Ranta. Or, oh wow, no, there he is. He is right under Shosworkin. Oof, man. Oh man, his save percentage looks good, but not his goals against average. How many shots did he face? Shots against? It's a little high. That's a little high. He's probably a target. Grubauer, between Grubauer and him, probably looking to take Ranta. Yeah, probably looking to take Ranta. So now let's go ahead and let's just, out of curiosity, who's leading the league in points? Holy cow! Okay, Ovechkin. Gretzky's scoring record? What's that? Never heard of it. Claude Giroux? I never see them do well. Oh man, that's genuinely funny to me. Shifley? Okay. I know Canadians fans are going to have their thoughts about him, but personally, I've always kind of liked the guy. Do I think it was a dirty hit on Jake Evans? Kinda, but at the same time, Jake Evans got to protect himself more. And I know that's going to cause a controversy in the comments somewhere. So they're doing not as amazing as I had thought. I mean, I guess I should have realized that I did put the scoring engine on high as well as the shot tendency. So it is what it is. Let's go ahead. Let's just take a look around the league before I sign off here. Ooh, and at the draft class. We're going to do that real quick because that was the other thing that I wanted to look at. So an elite two-way forward, sorry buddy, I'm not going to draft Stefan Backstrom. Kravchenko, maybe. Man, my scouts have not done anything. Don't worry, we'll get that figured out next year. Well, I say next year, this off season, we'll take care of that. So with that being said, let's just take a look around the league, see who's on the block, see who's doing what, who's not. So nobody of interest, nobody of interest, or nobody there, nobody of interest. Goligoski, how long is that deal? Might see you in free agency later. Might talk to you then. Nobody I really care for. Halak, but Halak is Drieger, so I don't need that. Bufflin? They signed Bufflin? Wow, I'm not trading for Bufflin, but wow. Wolf? Okay. Yeah, no. Nobody of interest. Man, are they bad? Are they like, are they bad? Is that what this is? I mean, I guess, like, unless Burnye's playing in the AHL, so yeah, I guess. Wow. I'm shocked. Jordan Stahl, if you didn't have a 3-year, like, if that was 1 year, I would definitely take you on. But it's 3, so no. Wait. Did they have... No, they didn't put any of those prospects on here. Dang. Nobody there that I really want to take a look at. Subban, nah. They have Darcy Kemper on the block. Okay. This is where I would be looking personally. This is where I think I'm going to look, honestly. 4.5, he's on a 2-year contract, so I don't have to worry about re-signing him, which is good. What are his stats looking like this year? I mean, he's a backup, but he's got great stats for that. And he's a higher overall than Drieger. So if I was to do this, obviously I'm not going to do it now, but I just want to get a rough guesstimation of what this would take. Would I give up any rookies in this deal? Man, Noel has grown well. I would be willing to give up Ludwig. Bajkov, I think that's how you say that. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I would give up all of that, and I'd have to give up draft capital. And our 4th. Maybe that goes through, maybe it doesn't. Let me know. Let me know in the comments section what you all think. But Darcy Kemper's definitely someone that I would like to take a look at and potentially bring in. I think that he could be a great asset for this team. So yeah, did they have any skaters that I wanted? No, they didn't. Okay, Columbus, Delzato, Merzlikins, another one. Another one that I kind of... His stats are not as good. Honestly, I prefer Kemper, personally. Anton Godobin. Now, the only reason that I'm going to have to say no in this deal, in my mind, first of all, his stats did not look good, even if he is a backup. His stats did not look good. But he's on a 3-year deal and he's 34. I'm really not trying to pay that. There's nobody really there, nobody there. Edmonton, Edmonton's trying to get rid of goalies. Oh, nobody worth anything, except maybe Stuart Skinner, but that's just name value. Athanasiou. What is he? He's playmaker, forward line 2, and penalty kill line 2. Why could you not work on the power play? Why did you just decide, yeah, don't need to do that? Man, Cal Peterson, I should have made him better. I kind of feel bad about that, honestly. Jared Spurgeon. 7-year deal, I'm not doing that. Nobody there looks great. No. Nashville, nothing at goalie. Ekholm. 2-year deal. Ooh. 2-year deal, you say. All power play lines, you say. Now, this would take quite a bit to swing. Like, that would... Ooh, Ekholm, though. Ekholm. I mean, that... You're probably having to give up E2 and like a second. And I wouldn't want to do that second. Maybe this second. Let's see what it looks like comparatively. If I was to give that up, even that, like, it probably doesn't get that done. But Ekholm is interesting. Oh man, I will have to keep that in mind though. That might be making a swoop for Ekholm. What about Subban? I meant New Jersey. I don't know why I said Subban. Well, it's because he's on the block. Yeah, I saw that. Actually, like I didn't even make that up. Kreider, 6.5. How long? 7 years. Jesus. Why do they sign these deals? What GM is like, yeah, 7 years. That sounds great for a 26-year-old. Dzingel, Stepan. Hang on, this is going to bother me otherwise. I need to see. How old is he? Sorry, for a 29-year-old. They're like, yeah, it's a great idea. Great idea. But yeah, there's nobody on Ottawa that I want. Yeah. Nobody that I really want. Well, yeah, no, none of you guys are a sniper, I don't believe. It doesn't look like they have a sniper for us. What about goalies? Yeah, no. Nope. Okay. Now this is where I come to a potential guy. Jeff Carter. Now I know some of you are probably like, 36, 2-year deal, oh god. He doesn't work on the power play, so that kind of kills all of the momentum that I just had going into this, and I now no longer want to sign him. Fun. Any goalies? Yeah, nothing from San Jose. No goalies from St. Louis. No players from St. Louis. No players from Tampa. No goalies from Tampa. Liljegren. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to trade for that. Yeah, it's not looking like there's a whole lot here. If I want a backup goalie, I can go over there. Oh, well, I'd rather get Comrie, honestly. Alright, and that brings us back to Anaheim. So, with that being said, you guys have seen the trade options. I've suggested a couple options that I like. Question is, do we make them? I appreciate all of you guys' support. Like, share, subscribe. And I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.